Okay. Good morning, everyone present here, and you are welcome to maths class. And I'm going to introduce about integers today. So you can be listening at first, and then we'll be doing next time the interactiveness as well. So first of all, what are integers? The first numbers to be discovered were natural numbers. That means counting numbers. Like you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. After including 0 to them, we got a whole number. So when 0 was included with a natural number like 1, 2, 3, and 4, then we consider as a whole number, and we consider 0 is the smallest whole number. But there are negative numbers of those 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have negative numbers of 0. That's why we say 0 is a non-negative number. But other numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, it has a negative of itself, that is -1 of 1, -2 of 2, -3 of 3, and -4 of 4, and so on. Okay, there are negative numbers also. If we put whole number and negative number together, then that new collection is called as collection of integers. And integers are generally denoted by capital I and sometimes denoted by capital Z. The capital Z was used because Z means to Jelen in German language. To J-A-I-L-E-N, Jelen. To Jelen means to count. So counting numbers were also included as integer. That's why Z is also, capital Z is also used to represent integers. And on the basis of the types of integers, you can see there are 3 types of integers. If we consider 0 as a separate integer, that is, one is positive integer having plus sign in front of the numbers. We say that 1 is integer because it's not the fractional part or it's not the decimal. So 1 is positive integer because we cannot see 1.01, 1.009, or 2.01 or 2.005 like that. That's why we are saying integer. Decimal numbers are not integers. Fractions are not integers. Counting numbers or natural numbers, 0, and the negative of counting or natural numbers together makes the collection of integers. The positive numbers are called positive integers. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And secondly is negative integers. If you put minus sign in front of those positive numbers like -1 for 1, -2 for 2, -3 for 3, and -4 for 4, then they are called negative integers. And 0 is separate integer. And including 0, we can say there are 3 types of integers. And ordering of integers is done as shown here. The numbers on the right side of the 0 on number line means x-axis, we can see here in graph paper. On number line will be bigger one, that is 0 is less than 1, 1 is less than 2, 2 is less than 3, 3 is less than 4, and so on. The numbers on the left side of the 0 on number line will be smaller than 1, that is 0 is greater than -1, -1 is greater than -2, -3 is greater than -4, and so on. So in case of negative number, if the number is smaller, then that number is treated as bigger number. You can see here in between -3 and -4, -3 is greater than -4 because 3 is a small value, 3 is smaller number in comparison to 4. That's why if we put minus sign in front of a small number, then that becomes greater than another bigger value of natural number like 4. So you can say -1 is greater than -2, and -2 is greater than -3, and -4 is greater than -5, and so on, if we want to look the order of inequality. So now the next is about addition and subtraction with the same sign in integers. We add the two positive integers like +3 and +2 and get +5, because there is plus sign, means +3 and 3 is same, +2 and 2 is same, so 3 + 2 is definitely 5, you know that. But when we have to indicate on x-axis or y-axis or in number line, then we indicate by showing the plus sign if it is plus, and minus sign if it is the case of minus or negative number. We also add when we have two negative integers, but the answer will take a minus sign, like you can see here. You can see here -2 plus -1 is minus taken common, and then minus bracket open 2 plus 1, that is -3. Next is addition of integers of different sign. So now we are not talking about plus plus, we are not talking about minus minus, we are talking about plus and minus having different sign in front of the integers. So when we have one positive and one negative integer, then the sign of the bigger number will be dominating. The number with bigger value will be dominating. For example, here you can see +5 and +8 with minus sign inside. That means 8 is the bigger number and minus sign is in front of 8. That's why we have to look finally minus going. So big numbers sign will be considered while writing the answer at last. So we must subtract what the answer will take the sign of the bigger integer, what is written here. Ignoring the sign of the number, decide which is bigger. So you have to identify which one is bigger. +6 and plus -4. So plus into minus, it becomes minus, because plus into minus is minus, but 6 minus 4 is definitely 2, but we don't write 2 because it's in number line. We write +2. And next is uses of integers in daily life. You may be not understanding what's the use of starting all these stuffs in our real life situation. So uses of integers in daily life. Every day in our daily life, we use the integers for calculations. When you are typing in calculator, when you are pressing some numbers in calculator, then you can see the numbers written in integer forms. If you just type 2, then you will get 2, that is integer. But if you write 2 divided by 3 and write the result, that is not integer, because it may be fraction or it may be decimal. So all the counting numbers and their negative numbers and 0 together consist of integers. The figures are taken in positive and negative terms, and it becomes possible to do the calculations. Here the figures means numbers itself. So I'm showing you examples here. Some examples of integers are, look here, -3 plus +4. So -3 can be written as -3, and plus into plus is plus, and 4, and it's +1. And again, in number 2, +5 plus +8 equals to plus in plus and plus, it makes +5 plus 8, that is +13. And here you can see with a different sign, minus and plus. So -4 plus 9 is 9 minus 4, that is +5, because bigger number has plus sign in front. And finally, -6 plus 1 is -5, and that is -5. Rules for multiplication. You can see here the rules that you might have studied in small classes, like Minus into plus is minus, minus into plus, minus is plus, plus into plus is also plus, and plus into minus is minus. So these rules should be understood when you are following BODMAS rule, when you are doing some problems from your exercises related with integers. When you are studying integers, you will not see fractions, you will not see decimal numbers. You will see just numbers with plus or minus sign in front. From the above rules, it is clear that remembering the sign rule is very important in solving the problems of multiplication. And rules of division is also there. When minus is divided by plus, the result is minus. When minus is divided by minus, plus. When plus is divided by plus, it's plus, and plus divided by minus is minus. Remember that in mathematics, we can never find the real subtraction. We find subtraction, but actually it was addition. You can see here in 3 number, there is no subtraction at all. We are actually adding negative numbers. I don't know why in mathematics subtraction was discovered, but there is actually addition. Look here, you can see minus 4 was added to plus 9, and minus 4 plus 9 and plus 5. That means 9 minus 4 is 5. So subtraction means what? It's the addition of negative numbers. It's the addition of negative numbers. Look here, minus 6 plus 1. So we are adding negative numbers. That's why the answer is coming like this. We are doing subtraction. We are saying subtraction. Actually, there is no subtraction. In fact, subtraction is the addition of negative numbers. Okay, that's all. Thank you all for listening this. So now we will be going on through the discussion of the problem that we are not cleared.